Hey guys, I'm IzDaisho and I am here playing some Magic. And right now I'm trying a new build for Trinity of Elements. I'm running some blue. I got Jungle Barrier in this deck. And not too much of a fan of this hand since he goes first and I don't have any plays and I have no way to get red. But I do have two divinations. I think I'll go in for a new hand. Alright, this one I do like a little better because I threw in Jungle Barrier because he's a pretty good wall unless they have... that's annoying. But unless they have flyers and they can't really get past him, and he cycles himself. So when you play, and he's only a 4-drop, so like he's not amazing, but he's definitely not a bad card. And I'll be really excited to hit land drop 3 here, because then I got everything. Like that's one of the main problems that I found with this deck. I think the way I'm running it now, I think I have 14 land drop 3s. So definitely annoyed to see Hellspark. But I took out all the Essence Wardens too. I just don't feel like they really work too well in the deck, but hopefully I'll be able to get Jungle Barrier out there turn 4, and at that point I might actually be able to turn this game around, but there we go. Land is going to be very useful. Rip Clan Crasher is going to swing in because he's only going to save me 1 damage, because then he wouldn't have blocked with Essence Warden, and I get to swing in for 2, so I think it's worth it. Next turn, it really depends. If I don't draw the land, then I'll play Cultivate to make sure that I get the lands out, so that I'll be able to play Jungle Barrier, because, again, that's going to be the most important thing. He didn't play anything this turn. That's really weird. I would have expected him to at least use Unearth, but I didn't draw the land, so I'm going to Cultivate here. I don't know, maybe Primal Force Mage was the better play, but let's go get an island, and... forest, I guess. And do I swing in here? What does he got? The only instance that he really has are strength and numbers, in which case he would trade, which I wouldn't mind, but I don't understand why he didn't really do anything last turn. I could be in a much worse position right now if he had used Hellspark, but I guess I'm not complaining, so I'll pass turn here. The next turn I'll play Jungle Barrier. I get to cycle it, draw a card, and I have a 2/6 defender, so that'll be nice. Again, he's not playing his Hellspark Elemental from his graveyard, and he's not even swinging with Essence Warden. I don't really know what my opponent's doing. Riku of 2 Reflections is pretty fucking cool, but I don't think I really want him on the table yet. Like, maybe in a couple of turns he'll be useful, but for now, I think I just want to play Jungle Barrier, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with putting this card in the deck. I think it'll work out really well. It'll give this deck like the there you go, finally, Flash Flyer. Okay, maybe he thought he had that last turn. I completely forgot about that guy, by the way. So that's unfortunate for me, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still at 16, and this guy pretty much, he did as much as he didn't do as much as he could, but he did enough, more than enough. But there you go. That is pretty good. But again, like, I can still block everything he's got except for obviously the flyer. And I have drawn my hand, and soon I'm going to be able to get Guy's Revenge out, who's going to be an 8/5 swinging in for a bunch. But he does have infinite chump blockers now that he's got Rakumar. So that'll be really... Rakumar. Okay, so now I've hit land drop 6, which is nice. I'm not really sure if I want to play Riku. I think I do. I think I really should play Riku, because then I can get 2 Primal Force Mages, and then I can beat him down so quickly with Hellspark Elemental and Guy's Revenge that it'll just be outstanding. But now he's only really gonna be able to swing in with, well, he's really only gonna be able to swing in with his 2/3 again, and I'll be at right, yeah, he's gonna make a guy. That definitely makes sense. But Volshock, Berserker, see, none of these guys can swing in. Like, he can swing in with them, but he'll lose creatures every turn he does. So he'll probably just swing in with both the... oh, and he's not even going to swing in with both those guys. But again, this is just really beneficial for me. So let's just take a look at this guy. All right, I need to play a green and a blue. Wow, I drew another Primal Force Mage. That's ridiculously good for me. But and now I just play a green and a blue, and then next turn... I think I do want to pay the conditional cost. I think I just play a couple of Hellsparks next turn, though, and swing in for tons of damage. I'm still at 12. He's at 26, but I can get so much. Maybe it really doesn't make sense. I think it doesn't make sense to just swing in with the Hellsparks next turn. I should make 2 more Primal Force Mages. He's making a lot of creatures. I'm at 12 life, and I guess I don't have too much control anymore because he can swing in with all his guys, and then he can get 6 damage through. So that's definitely not good. Because the only thing that I am really willing to lose here is I'm not really willing to lose anything here. So alright, so if I do it like this, then he can get 9, 10, 11 damage through. Can I win the game next turn? If I play 2 Hell Sparks, then they both get +6, so that's only 19. And I swing in with my other 6, so that's nowhere near enough damage. So I don't really know what to do here. Alright, so if I do draw the land here, I just think I need to draw a land here, because if I do draw a land here, then I could be in decent shape, because then I can play 1 Primal Force Mage and 2 Hell Sparks maybe. Regress. Okay, so alright. Let's look at what's going on here. So I need more blue. Okay, so I can only do one thing. I can't make any copies. So what I can do here is just play Primal Force Mage, not make any copies. He's gonna swing in with 3 guys, so I'll block 1 with Jungle Barrier. I'll send 1 back. I need to send his flyer back to the hand, and then block 1 with Riku, and I guess lose another Force Mage, and then see what's going on from there. So I'll just play this Force Mage, and then I won't make a copy, because otherwise I would pretty much lose. But alright, he's an 8/8. What's up? He can't do anything though. And well, alright. So next turn, I have to hope he doesn't draw anything with haste. But next turn I'll be able to block. I don't really want to block with either of my Force Mages, so he's gonna swing in with 1, 2, another guy, and then this guy. So I'm gonna send this guy back to the hand, and then I will have to actually block with 1 of my Force Mages. So I'll swing in with these 2 guys, and oh shit, I don't think I just didn't account for the Essence Warden, and if he swings in with the Essence Warden, then he's gonna be able to win the game. So I think that was actually a really bad move, but oh, he had Blitz Helion anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, that was a pretty close game. I think if I had lasted like 1 more turn, or if I had been able to last 1 more turn, then I would have been fine, because I would have been able to play Hellspark and swing in for a bunch. But there you go. That is just the way it goes sometimes. I think that this build is definitely the way to go, though, with this deck. Well, I mean, actually, I don't know definitely. Obviously, it didn't work out that game, but who knows? We'll see in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Have a nice day. Bye. Hey guys, I'm IzDaisho, and I'm here playing some more Magic. Last game was a little bit unfortunate that I ended up losing, but it was a pretty cool game, and I definitely enjoyed playing it. He plays first. I have 2 lands. I have Primal Force Mage, and I have Jungle Barrier. I think I'm definitely going to keep this hand. It looks pretty nice. I'm still debating on the Ronin War Clubs, whether or not they're useful. I mean, I know it's pretty cool to get +2/+1, especially on like a Hellspark Elemental, and especially, I mean, like if I have 2 of them out, and then it'll be a pretty awesome game. But alright, so he played Plains, so that gives me a good indication that he might be running Knights, because that's what everyone runs now. So Jungle Barrier is really going to be useful, because Jungle Barrier pretty much just owns the Knights. But there you go, Dark Heavens. That should be interesting. So he's going to have a lot of control, so I don't think I can really count on Primal Force Mage to help me too much this game. But so I'm really just debating here whether or not I want to save my Hellspark for later on in the game or just do it right now. I think I'm going to save it, because I mean, I have so much power in my hand that I'm losing, like 2, 4, 7. It could get 7 power stronger later on in the game. Midnight Haunting. Okay, that's not too big of a deal if he swings in for 1 every turn for a while. So now, let's see what I'll draw. If I draw a land, the next turn I might cultivate. Alright, so if I cultivate here, then in a couple of turns I'll be able to play 2 3-drops. So, like, not next turn, but the turn after that I will be able to. Because now I'm going to have 4 lands out there. I'm going to get 2 blues here, just in case I draw Riku. But now I'm guaranteed to have 6 lands in 2 turns. So next turn I can play Primal Force Mage and Hellspark, and I think I'll do that. And then the next turn I can play 2 Ronin War Clubs, and then finally, actually, next turn I'll have land drop 5. So maybe I'll just play Jungle Barrier. He's starting to swing in for a bunch, actually. So actually, I won't play Jungle Barrier since he's not really going to do that much for me this game since he has a lot of flyers. That was definitely a bad thought right there. So I'm gonna do a little bit of thinking here before I do anything here. So this is going to be land drop 5. So if I play Primal Force Mage and Hellspark, then I'm really using my mana efficiently, which is definitely something that I want to be doing. Then the next turn I can play 2 Ronin War Clubs, and then the turn after that I can Hellspark for 10. But maybe I should actually just save my Hellspark. Maybe that's the play here. If I save my Hellspark and this turn I just play Primal Force Mage, then I can swing in for 10 twice and then basically win the game. But I think between now and then I'll draw a good card. But what if I don't? So then that's really the decision. Do I think I'm going to draw another good card between now and later on in the game? So firstly, I'm going to play Primal Force Mage. That's definitely going to happen this turn. And now, I mean, like, I have the mana to play Hellspark, and I can swing in for 6. It's really only 4 power that I'm giving up. So I think it's worth it. I'm not really sure, but I think it's worth it. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how that turn went. I definitely think that playing Cultivate the turn before was worth it, because now it guarantees that I'll be able to play both Ronin War Clubs next turn, as opposed to having to wait a turn to do all this. I wouldn't have been able to play Primal Force Mage and Hellspark this turn. If he blocks with his Gargoyle, then I'm really happy. He did not, but again, like, I definitely wouldn't mind him blocking with the Gargoyle, because that would basically just mean that he's not going to be able to swing it for 5 this turn. So he's basically like racing me as fast as he pretty quickly. Ah, that is terrible for me. But so basically, oh god, that's awful. That wall is just gonna murder my face, because he's gonna deal so much damage to me with it. Alright, so now I'm at 13, and I do not have very many turns left, but what can I do? Alright, land. So do I just play Jungle Barrier to go look for an answer, because I get to draw a card? I don't think so, because, yeah, definitely not. I don't even know if this was the right play. I don't know why it left me that mana open. It should have left me a red open. That's weird. The game usually doesn't mess up like that, but, you know, every once in a while it does. Obviously not going to swing in with that guy. And then next turn I can play Jungle Barrier and Hellspark. But, like, Jungle Barrier at this point, he's not useful in this game. He's really only going to get me a card, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But my opponent still has 4 cards in hand. That Wall of Souls is really what's keeping me back. If you didn't know what it did, whenever it's dealt combat damage, it deals that much damage to an opponent. So basically what it means is that I have to win the game instead of it when I attack him. Like, if I don't win the game when I attack him, then I'm basically just going to kill myself. Hornet Cannon. Is that good enough? Hornet Cannon is pretty fucking good, actually, right here. I have 7 mana out. So if I play Hornet Cannon, then I can still tap it, and then my 1/1 will go nuts. He's gonna become what? 5/8. He's gonna be an 8/5 or something like crazy like that. 4/4, and then those 2 things will equip to him, and then I can swing in for 8, and he's going to have to chump block this turn. But next turn he'll just hold someone back for the chump block, but he won't even be able to, because I'll have Hellspark coming in also, and I'll just give this guy trample. So this ability won't activate, and, like, the game will be over before his ability goes on the stack, but the game will already be over, because once I deal combat damage and he goes down to 0, then the game's over. So even though he has an ability triggering it, I don't think it'll do anything. So the only way that he can really survive is if he kills my Force Mage, I think. 1, 4, 5, 6. So taking 6 here doesn't hurt, unless he has any pump spells, and he doesn't have, like, Consume Spirit in the deck. I don't think he has anything for me right here. Definitely not worth it to kill the Doomed Traveler, because then he'll just get a flyer that's untapped. Divination. I don't think I'm going to use that, though. Oh, wait. Which one do I want to do first? Do I want to have my... I think I want to have my flyer stronger, so I do want to do this first. And, yeah, I have... If it taps the mana correctly, then I'll have just enough right now, because right now all I want it to do is, oh god, we have to wait for all this stuff. That's the most annoying part about this deck sometimes, is you have to wait for all this stuff to happen. But now it's going to be able to tap 3, and if it leaves 1 green open, then I'll be fine. There we go, left a green open, because now I have strength in numbers. So even if he plays Midnight Haunting or something like that, then I'll just be able to give it trample. And the thing is here, I'm not 100% sure about the whole I'm pretty sure I'll win the game, but it might be a draw. I'm really not positive, I don't think, but it looks like he doesn't really have much for me. And I'll just give this guy strength in numbers, whatever. It doesn't matter who I give it to, and hopefully I don't lose because of that ability, but I don't think I will. Yeah, alright, so before the ability had to go off. I don't know how that would work in real Magic, but at least in the game, which I was pretty sure of, that'll be it. But look, I have Jungle Barrier left in my hand, and now I'm looking like an idiot for putting it in the deck. But I'm going to keep playtesting this. This is definitely a fun deck to play, so hope you guys enjoyed that game. Have a nice day. Bye.